Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your cannabis business podcast. Back with us is Rohit Srivastava. He's the chief investment officer and portfolio manager with C3 Fund to give us an update about the Cannabis Index and the AI-based trading algorithm that he's got to see what's happening in pot stocks. Rohit, thanks for being on the Talking Hedge.
Thanks, Josh. And first, our disclosure that this is all for learning. This is all for entertainment. We're not giving you any financial advice. We're not giving you any advice to invest in any stock. Do it on your own risk and do your own analysis before you invest. We've been talking about the Cannabis Index. These are about 19 stocks, which we have been tracking for more than 2 years now. We are going to add 4 more stocks into this. And this month, we're going to add 4 more stocks. And we're going to talk about that in the next month. Why did we add those, and what were those stocks? So hang on for the next update on that. This from our inception, where we started this index, and this is where we were last week, where it had just crossed the 675 support, and we were anticipating it to keep going higher, which it did happen, and it turned around. And now what we are seeing is that the 750 support is, I would say, is where the last time when the cannabis market was really peaking up, that's where a lot of people got in and they lost a bunch of money over the years. But I think between 675 and 750 is where most of the traders, long-term traders, are sitting around, and that is where most of the traders will get back in. So you see that after reaching about maybe $9 of overall index value, it is turning around, and it is pretty good because most of the people who got in earlier this year or after Biden became president, I think they are taking their profits and they're thinking let's just take our profits and get out of here. But the long-term traders is where they'll get in between 675 and 750. So that is where we anticipate, which I think it is going to be this week or next week. Either it's going to stabilize or it's going to catch up after that. So that's the view from the overall cannabis index tracking point of view. But from the money flow perspective, this is where last week we were, where it was catching up on more and more money was flowing in. And you can see that a ton of money flew in, and some of them took loss, some of them took profits out of that. You can see that big dip going down, and that is all the profit they're taking. And my anticipation about this and our index chart is that as soon as the cash in and outflow reaches to the average cash in and outflow, that is where the long-term investors are going to step in. If it flows below that, then probably we are in some danger of either the market thinking that there is no legalization that's going to happen or anything around that. But from a data perspective, that's what it looks like, that we should be expecting this week or next week to catch up and turn around, or not even, if it's not even turn around, maybe some stabilization probably would also be the right word for that. From what our fund is doing, we are about at 107%. And last week we were about 978. Last time when we talked, we were about 78%. And this fluctuation happening, you can see there is multiple reasons. So you can see. So we have been talking about this many times, right? That MJ and they are gaining a lot more than our fund. It has happened 1 or 2 times, and I want to tell my viewers that this is where the fund actually brings in the value, which is getting out of the trades when it has to get out of the trades, getting in out of the trades when it should be getting in out. Now, I also want to tell the viewers that it's not, even if you're seeing the 16.65%, it does not mean that 100% of the time we had successful trades. We did lose money. If we wouldn't have gone into the trades, we would have a lot more gains than 16.65%. But overall, you can see that our gains have been higher than MJ and Podex consistently. So overall, where we are sitting at about 107%. 107, 108% from the time of inception, which is of this fund, which is earlier in August. And and right, and our fund size is about 3.8 million right now overall. So summarizing, what we saw is it crossed the 675 support. It is some correction happening right now. I think we anticipate that it's going to turn around either today or next week. We are holding Cron, Kara, ABVV, and bunch of other ones. We actually bought some of them more, and overall, where we stand is we stand at about 107, 108% from the go live, which happened in the August of 2020. Thanks, and we should be seeing 4 more stocks added. And next, in our next podcast, we'll talk about what are those stocks, why did we add them, and what is the future we see for them.
Nice. Yeah, it looked like IIPR hit all-time highs. So there's a few of those cannabis stocks that hit all-time highs. So when you see that, you can, try to hedge your bets and look for some correction there. And cannabis stocks did see quite the correction this last week. They were not immune to that. Kathy Wood's ARC fund that kind of was all over the news and everything saw a $400 billion withdrawal. So there are some funds out there that are getting depleted, and maybe that's swing traders going to crypto. Don't really know. I just have to come back to the Talking Hedge and find out. I want to thank my guest, Rohit Srivastava, Chief Investment Officer, Portfolio Manager with C3. Appreciate you being back on the Talking Hedge.
Thanks, Josh, for having me.
Thanks, Rohit. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't. And I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.